Illinois now has more than 1,000 cases of the coronavirus. And this weekend, the state began enforcing a strict stay-at-home order. Joining us now from Chicago is the governor of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker. Governor, good morning. It's good to see you, sir.
Good morning, Savannah. Great to see you.
So how is it going so far? Do you feel like the residents of your state are listening to and adhering to this stay-at-home order?
They are. I'm very proud of the people of Illinois. This is a difficult period in all of our lives, but people are doing what they're supposed to be doing. And as you know, we work through this thing, I think what I'm seeing is an enormous amount of volunteerism, people caring for one another in their communities, taking care of the elderly and our first responders.
We've talked just in the last half hour about the shortage of protective equipment, ventilators, those medical supplies that are so needed in the battle against this virus. The Surgeon General was pointing out that you don't need to invoke the Defense Production Act because companies are coming forward and voluntarily meeting that need. I know you feel that it should be invoked. What do you say to that argument?
Well, with all due respect to the Surgeon General, the truth is that I was on the phone yesterday talking to companies, and here's what I ran into. In one case, we're competing for ventilators with FEMA and the federal government. So Illinois is bidding for ventilators against the federal government. In another case, we were bidding against foreign countries and other states. And so what's happening to not just on ventilators, but on all the PPE that we need, prices are being ratcheted up, and we're competing against each other on what should be a national crisis where we should be coming together and the federal government should be leading, helping us. Look, we're willing to pay reasonable retail prices for the things that we need, but the federal government needs to say to all the companies in the United States that produce these goods that they're going to buy them all together and distribute them across the states.
How would the Defense Production Act alleviate that particular concern about the, for lack of a better way to put it, the price gouging or feeling that prices are getting jacked up as you're competing with all of these different entities?
Well, it allows the federal government to, first of all, be a single purchaser for everybody, to bring down prices, first of all. Second of all, it allows the federal government to put the United States first. When I'm competing with foreign countries for my state's needs to keep the people of the United States alive, that's just wrong. And the president, although he says he's invoked the Production Act, the National Defense Production Act, he signed something, but then he hasn't actually invoked it with regard to companies. He says he wants to be partners with those companies. Well, that's great. I want them to get a fair price for their goods. But we need ventilators. We need N95 masks. The federal government isn't providing most of that to the states. We're out there competing against each other. It shouldn't work that way.
Okay, Governor, last night, I believe it was yesterday, the Democrats in Congress blocked this latest almost $2 trillion aid package on the basis that, according to Democrats, it had slush fund, is that what they call it, a pejorative term, too much money to corporations, not enough to regular folks. My question to you, though, is people are desperate. They need this money. They need this help. Is this the time to have these kinds of arguments, or should it be fast-tracked, essentially?
Well, we certainly need another stimulus put in place. I think some of the lessons of 2008 need to be learned, though. The money really needs to get in the hands of the middle class, the working class, and people who really need it. And the states, by the way, who are providing services to people who are now out of work and those who are developmentally disabled and others. Because remember, our revenues in the states are dropping precipitously because people are out of work and businesses have closed. And we are increasing our expenditures in order to take care of people across the United States. So we need another stimulus, no doubt about it. There shouldn't be an argument, but the argument, but the truth is that this
well, how long do you want Democrats to hold this line?
People, say it again.
Yeah. I said, how long though do you want your colleagues in the Senate to hold this line, and make this point?
Well, I mean, what do you how long? Look, they should resolve this today. There's no doubt about it. But needlessly handing billions of dollars to companies when you could put it in the hands of average folks or into the hands of states that are providing services seems, illogical to me.
Yeah. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, thank you very much for your time this morning. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.